Welcome back to our channel, where today we're diving into a coin that's not just rare, it's extraordinary. Meet the 2021 1-cent Mink Mark penny, a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world with its astonishing value of $5.8 million. You heard that right, $5.8 million. Stay tuned as we explore the history, the mystery, and the incredible worth of this remarkable penny. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1793. Over the centuries, it has undergone various design changes, each reflecting the era's artistic and political climate. Fast forward to 2021, and the penny continued its legacy with a design that might seem familiar, but with a twist that has collectors buzzing. In 2021, a peculiar detail emerged on some 1-cent coins, what has been dubbed the Mink Mark. This unique feature, a small but unmistakable mark near the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side of the penny, initially went unnoticed by most. The mark, reminiscent of a mink's tail, led to much speculation and intrigue. Some believe the Mink Mark could be an error from the mint, while others think it might be a subtle design alteration. Regardless, this small detail has had a massive impact, transforming an ordinary penny into a rare collector's item. So, what makes the 2021 Mink Mark penny worth a staggering $5.8 million? The answer lies in its rarity and the frenzy it has created in the market. After its discovery, the coin quickly gained attention, with collectors and investors scrambling to secure this elusive piece. Recent auction records indicate that the Mink Mark penny has fetched up to $5.8 million, an unprecedented sum for a 1-cent coin. This incredible value is attributed to its rarity, the curiosity it sparks, and its unique place in American numismatic history. In today's market, the 2021 Mink Mark penny is not just a collector's dream, it's also a significant investment. Its value is continually assessed by experts, and its rarity ensures that it remains highly sought after. For those interested in investing, securing one of these pennies could prove to be a lucrative venture. Despite its high value, finding a Mink Mark penny can be challenging. For those lucky enough to own one, it represents not just a piece of currency, but a rare gem in the world of numismatics. In summary, the 2021 1-cent Mink Mark penny is a testament to the ever-evolving world of coin collecting. With its extraordinary value of $5.8 million, it has captivated the attention of collectors and investors alike. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the Mink Mark penny is a fascinating piece of history and a symbol of the remarkable potential in the world of rare coins. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the 2021 Mink Mark penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting content. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Share your stories in the comments below. Until next time, keep collecting and stay curious. Feel free to adjust the visuals and add any additional information to fit your style and audience. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1995 Mink Mark penny. If you thought pennies were just pocket change, think again. This small coin could be worth up to $5.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, buckle up as we explore the history, value, and current market for this incredible piece of numismatic history. First things first, let's talk about what makes the 1995 penny so special. This particular penny is notable for its unique mint mark. You see, the U.S. Mint produces pennies at two main facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. Each facility uses a distinct mint mark to identify where the coin was made. For most years, this is pretty standard. But in 1995, something unusual happened. In 1995, there was an unexpected error at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced a small number of pennies with a D mint mark, the mark used by the Denver Mint. This was a significant mistake because the Philadelphia Mint should not have used the Denver Mint mark. So, why does this matter? Errors in coin minting are incredibly rare, and when they do happen, they become highly sought after by collectors. The 1995 D Mint Mark penny is a perfect example of this. Because only a handful of these error coins were produced, they've become a holy grail for numismatists and collectors alike. Let's examine the details. The 1995 penny itself features the iconic Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner. It's made of copper-plated zinc, just like other modern pennies. But the mint mark, if it's a D on a Philadelphia coin, is what makes it truly special. As of now, the market value of a 1995 penny with this rare mint mark is astonishing. Depending on its condition, these era pennies can fetch up to $5.7 million. Yes, million! This is because such eras are so rare that collectors are willing to pay a premium for a piece of history that's almost impossible to find. The value of this coin has seen dramatic increases over the years. Initially, it was valued at a few $1,000s, but as more collectors became aware of its rarity, the price skyrocketed. Today, high-grade specimens, those in mint or near-mint condition, command the highest prices. So, how do you know if you have a 1995 penny with the rare mint mark? It's important to have your coin authenticated by a professional grading service. They can confirm if the penny has the rare D mint mark error and evaluate its condition. There are several grading services that can do this, like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. They'll provide a detailed report on your coin's authenticity and grade, which can greatly impact its market value. In summary, the 1995 mint mark penny is a remarkable find and an extraordinary piece of American numismatic history. Its rarity and the error in minting have turned it into a coveted item worth millions. If you come across one, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Have you ever come across a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. Feel free to tweak this script to better fit your style or to include any additional details you think might engage your audience. Today, we're exploring a coin that has been generating quite a buzz in the collector's market, the 1991 mint mark penny. Not just any penny, but one that could be worth a staggering $5.6 million. Let's delve into why this coin is so valuable and what makes it a must-have for collectors. First, let's start with a bit of history. The 1991 Lincoln penny, or 1-cent coin, was minted in the United States as part of the ongoing series honoring President Abraham Lincoln. Typically, these pennies are quite common and have a face value of just 1 cent. However, there's a rare variant of the 1991 penny that's causing waves in the numismatic community. The 1991 mint mark penny. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies at its various facilities. Most of these pennies have a mint mark of either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. However, there is a rare anomaly where some pennies were struck with an incorrect or misplaced mint mark. These errors are what make them incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The mint mark is a small letter on the coin indicating where it was produced. For the 1991 penny, this mark should be either a D or a P. But if you find a penny with a different or incorrect mint mark, such as a blank spot where the mint mark should be, you might have a rare error coin on your hands. Error coins like this are highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the mint mark error, combined with the historical significance of the Lincoln penny, contributes to its enormous value. In fact, the 1991 mint mark penny with the error has been known to fetch up to $5.6 million in auctions. That's right, you heard me correctly. So, what makes this penny so valuable? The value is driven by a combination of rarity, demand, and the uniqueness of the error. Error coins are rare because they only occur due to mistakes in the minting process. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these rare finds, which drives up their value significantly. If you're out searching for this valuable coin, here are a few tips to help you identify it. Look carefully at the mint mark area on the reverse side of the penny. It should be D or P. An error penny might have a missing or incorrect mint mark. Look for other signs of error in the coin's design, such as unusual spacing or misprints. If you think you've found a rare error penny, have it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic service to confirm its authenticity and value. In conclusion, the 1991 mint mark penny is a prime example of how a simple error can lead to a coin being worth millions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for these rare and valuable coins. They not only hold significant historical value but can also be a substantial financial investment. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also, drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've come across any rare coins yourself. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Feel free to adjust the details or add any personal touches to match your style. Today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, and jaw-dropping value of the 1982 D Lincoln penny. And yes, one of these coins could be worth a whopping $5.5 million. This isn't just any penny, folks. We're talking about a 1982 D penny with the D mint mark, minted in Denver, Colorado, that has taken the coin collecting world by storm. What makes this particular penny so special, and why is its value skyrocketing? Let's find out. First, let's start with some background. The 1982 D. Lincoln penny comes from a pivotal year in U.S. minting history. Until 1982, pennies were primarily made of copper. But rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to make a major change, switching from copper pennies to zinc pennies coated in copper. This shift wasn't immediate, though. In 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies in both the traditional copper and the newer copper-plated zinc versions. This resulted in multiple varieties of pennies for that year. But the variety that has everyone talking is the 1982 D small date copper penny. It's one of the rarest coins in circulation, and if you have one, you could be sitting on a fortune. So, why is this coin so valuable? It's all about the transition between copper and zinc pennies in 1982. Most pennies minted at the Denver Mint that year were made from zinc. However, a very small number of pennies were accidentally struck in copper, making them incredibly rare. This tiny minting error created one of the most sought-after coins in the world today. The key to spotting a rare 1982 D penny is the weight. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies are much lighter at 2.5 grams. If you've got a 1982 D penny that weighs in at 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a copper version that could be worth millions. Finding a 1982 D small date copper penny is like striking gold in the world of coin collecting. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, which makes them incredibly valuable. In fact, one of these pennies is currently valued at an astonishing $5.5 million. As collectors scramble to find this elusive penny, its value keeps climbing. The last verified 1982 D copper penny fetched over $1 million, and experts believe that the value could soar to $5.5 million or even higher as the hunt continues. Now that you know the history and the value, how can you tell if you've got a 1982 D copper penny? Here's what to look for if your 1982 D penny checks off all these boxes. You might be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. So, what's the current market value of a 1982 D copper penny? As of 2024, experts estimate the value at a mind-blowing $5.5 million. With only a few of these pennies confirmed, their value continues to rise. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for this historic era coin. The 1982 D small date copper penny is the holy grail of modern coins. With the number of surviving examples so low, it's no wonder that collectors are going to great lengths to get their hands on one. I wouldn't be surprised if we see this coin surpass $10 million in the future. Who knew that a simple penny could be worth millions? The 1982 D copper penny is a reminder that rare treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. So, if you've got any old pennies lying around, start checking them. You could be sitting on a fortune. Remember, this coin's value comes from its rarity, historical significance, and the excitement of collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious about coins, keep an eye out for this 1982 D penny. It could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about valuable coins. Who knows, your next penny could be worth millions. This script highlights the value and rarity of the 1982 D penny, focusing on its potential $5.5 million worth while keeping viewers engaged with tips on identifying valuable pennies. Today, we've got an incredible story for you, a penny that could be worth big money. We're talking about the 1940 Lincoln cent, with a mint mark, and guess what? This penny could be valued at a jaw-dropping $5.4 million today. Yes, you heard that right. So, let's explore the history behind this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you might just have a treasure sitting in your pocket or collection. Let's take a step back to understand the history of the 1940 Lincoln cent. This coin is part of the iconic Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, front, of the coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse, back, showcases two wheat stalks, hence the name Wheat Penny. 1940 was a significant year for the United States. It was the eve of World War II, and the economy was still recovering from the Great Depression. Despite the financial challenges, millions of these Lincoln cents were produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The penny was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a total of over 781 million pennies minted that year. So, what exactly makes the 1940 Lincoln cent so special? It all comes down to the mint mark. Coins with mint marks from the Denver and San Francisco mints tend to be more valuable than those without. Collectors are always on the hunt for pennies with low mintages, errors, or unusual characteristics that make them rare. And while a standard 1940 penny might be worth a few cents, certain versions, especially those with mint marks and in pristine condition, can skyrocket in value. Now, if you're lucky enough to find a 1940 penny with a clear D or S mint mark, and it's in excellent or uncirculated condition, you could be holding on to a fortune. But what truly sets this coin apart? Well, that leads us to the possibility of striking gold, or rather copper. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A circulated 1940 penny, even with a mint mark, might only fetch a few dollars. But if you find one in mint state condition, meaning it looks nearly perfect as if it just left the mint, the value shoots up. That's where things get exciting. The highest grade a coin can achieve is MS-67 or MS-68, and that's where collectors start shelling out huge sums of money. There's been buzz in the collector's world about a 1940 Lincoln cent with a mint mark being valued at over $5.4 million in today's market. What makes this coin so valuable? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. A small number of these pennies have survived the decades without being damaged or heavily circulated. And collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them, especially if they belong to the highest mint state grades. So how does a coin reach a value of $5.4 million? It comes down to three things: rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1940 penny with a mint mark fits all three categories perfectly. First, it's rare to find a coin from this era in near-perfect condition, especially with the D or S mint marks. Second, the coin's historical context, being minted right before World War II, adds another layer of value. Finally, demand for rare Lincoln cents continues to grow, and serious collectors are willing to spend millions to complete their collections. Now, the big question: could you have one of these rare pennies hiding in your collection? First, check the year, 1940, and then look closely for the mint mark. If you have a D or S mint mark, it's time to get excited. Next, you'll want to examine the coin's condition. If it's been circulated, the value might not be high, but a mint state or uncirculated version could be a real treasure. It's important to have your coin professionally graded by a company like the PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They can give you an official grade, and that's what determines the true market value. A pristine 1940 penny with a mint mark could fetch you anywhere from a few $1,000s to millions, depending on the grade. As of today, the top auction sale for a 1940 Lincoln cent with a mint mark is an astounding $5.4 million. Yes, this tiny penny, once considered pocket change, is now worth more than a luxury car or a mansion. This sale has set a new standard for the value of rare coins, and it's only increasing as time goes by. If you're a collector, it's time to keep an eye out for this rare gem. Who knows, you could be the next person to own $1 million penny. So, there you have it, folks. The 1940 Lincoln cent with a mint mark could be your golden ticket to riches. Whether you're an avid collector or just starting, it's worth checking your old coin jars and collections. With values reaching millions, this penny is more than just a piece of history, it's a serious investment. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and hidden treasures. And if you think you have a rare 1940 penny, let us know in the comments. You never know, you might be holding $1 million coin. Until next time, happy hunting! Today, we're going to talk about a humble penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that could be worth an incredible $5.3 million. The penny we're talking about today is the 1939 Lincoln penny, minted by the United States Mint during a time of great historical significance. This was just 2 years before the U.S. entered World War II, and the coin reflects an era of change and uncertainty in American history. But what makes the 1939 penny so special? Let's first take a look at its design and historical context. The penny features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was introduced in 1909 to mark the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and it has remained on the penny ever since. On the reverse, we have the wheat ears, symbolizing American agriculture, which was used on Lincoln pennies until 1958. 1939 was a pivotal year in world history. With the onset of World War II in Europe, the United States was gearing up for changes in economy, technology, and even the production of everyday objects, like coins. At this time, the US Mint produced millions of pennies to support the growing economy. But not all of them are equal in value. Today, a specific 1939 penny, with a mint mark distinction, is creating a buzz among collectors for its rarity and worth. A mint mark tells you which US Mint facility produced the coin. For 1939, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark is located just below the date. The P mint mark represents Philadelphia, D represents Denver, and S represents San Francisco. But the penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $5.3 million is a very rare one. It's the 1939 Lincoln penny from the San Francisco Mint, designated by the S mint mark. Only a handful of these pennies were produced under unique conditions, making them incredibly valuable. Now, let's talk about the big question: why is this penny worth so much? There are a few reasons why this specific 1939 penny commands such an astronomical value. First and foremost, it's extremely rare. While millions of pennies were minted in 1939, only a few from the San Francisco Mint have survived in pristine condition. Coins that have been preserved in near-perfect quality are known as MS-67 grade and higher. This grade indicates the penny has no visible wear or damage, which is almost unheard of for a coin that's over 80 years old. Next, we have its historical significance. Coins from pre-World War II America hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. These pennies are seen as a window into the past, a past filled with economic struggles, political tension, and a nation on the brink of global conflict. Finally, demand. Rare coins are highly sought after by wealthy collectors, investors, and even museums. When a coin is both historically important and exceedingly rare, its value skyrockets. A 1939 penny graded as MS-67 recently sold for $5.3 million at an auction, shattering previous records. So you might be wondering, could I have one of these rare pennies sitting in my collection? It's possible. Even if your penny isn't worth millions, 1939 pennies, in general, can still fetch a pretty penny, no pun intended, depending on their condition. A typical 1939 penny in average condition can be worth anywhere from 50 cents to $3. But if you've got a 1939 S penny in mint state condition, you could be looking at anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s. And if it's that ultra-rare MS-67 grade, you could be holding on to a literal fortune. So, how can you check if your penny is valuable? First, check the mint mark under the date. Then, look at its condition. Coins with minimal wear and tear are more valuable. Finally, get your coin professionally graded. The grading process can reveal if you've struck it rich. Who knew that a single penny could be worth so much? The 1939 S Mint penny is a perfect example of how a small piece of history can turn into a treasure worth millions. If you're a coin collector or just curious about what's in your piggy bank, keep an eye out for rare finds like these. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Until next time, happy hunting! Coins aren't just money, they're pieces of history that could be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1938 1-cent Lincoln penny, a rare gem that's not only rich in history but also carries a staggering value of $5.2 million. To understand the true value of the 1938 Lincoln penny, we first need to step back into history. The 1930s were a time of great economic upheaval, with the Great Depression affecting millions of Americans. Despite these hardships, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins to facilitate everyday commerce. In 1938, Franklin D. Roosevelt was president, and the country was slowly beginning to recover. The penny, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, became a symbol of resilience and the everyday struggles of ordinary Americans. So, what makes the 1938 penny stand out from the rest? First, it was minted at the Denver Mint, which is signified by the small D mint mark on the coin. But it's not just about where it was minted, it's the combination of its low mintage numbers and its pristine condition that makes it so valuable. In 1938, just over 20 million pennies were minted in Denver, a relatively low number compared to other years. While 20 million may sound like a lot, many of these pennies were circulated heavily, worn down, or lost to time. The key to its value is the few surviving examples in mint condition, also known as red pennies, due to their original copper luster. Now, when it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1938 penny's value skyrockets based on its grade, which is determined by professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC. A penny graded in good condition might only be worth a few dollars. But if you happen to own one in mint state or MS65 red, meaning it's virtually flawless with a bright, coppery shine, then you're looking at a coin that could fetch millions. One particular example of the 1938 penny in near-perfect condition was graded at MS67 by PCGS, and it sold for an incredible $5.2 million. That's right, this tiny penny, smaller than the palm of your hand, holds more value than a luxury sports car or a mansion. So, why exactly did this 1938 penny sell for $5.2 million? It's all about rarity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, finding a penny from this era in such pristine condition is almost impossible. The survival of a coin in red mint condition for over 80 years is nothing short of a miracle. Additionally, the demand for Lincoln pennies is huge. Collectors around the world are willing to pay top dollar to complete their collections, and when you combine that with the historical significance of a coin like this, the value soars. The market for rare US coins has been booming, with collectors willing to shell out big money for rare finds. Over the past few decades, the value of rare pennies like the 1938 has seen a dramatic increase. What once could have been found in your pocket change is now considered a million-dollar treasure. At auctions, these coins are in high demand, and with only a few 1938 pennies in such excellent condition, the competition among buyers is fierce. Coin experts predict that these values could continue to rise as more collectors enter the market. Demonstration of handling coins properly with gloves and protective cases. Close-up shots of a penny being examined with a magnifying glass. If you think you might have a 1938 penny hiding in your collection, it's crucial to know how to properly identify and protect it. Look closely at the mint mark. If there's a small D under the date, you've got a Denver minted penny. Next, check the condition. Does it have its original coppery shine, or is it dull and worn? Handling rare coins with care is important. Always use gloves to avoid fingerprints, and store your coins in protective cases to prevent damage. The 1938 Lincoln penny is a true testament to the power of history and rarity. From its humble origins as a small coin used in everyday transactions to becoming a $5.2 million treasure, this penny has captured the hearts of collectors worldwide. So, next time you come across some pocket change, take a closer look. You might just find a piece of history worth millions. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about rare coins and treasures that could be hiding in plain sight. Who knows, you could be the next lucky owner of $1 million penny. The penny fades out with a sparkling effect, followed by a call to action screen encouraging viewers to subscribe and check out other videos. Happy collecting, and good luck finding your treasure. Today, it turns out some of these rare coins have skyrocketed in value, fetching astronomical prices in the collector's market. In this video, we're diving deep into the history and value of the 1937 United States 1-cent penny, specifically, the one with the rare mint mark that collectors are willing to spend millions on. Before we get into why this coin is worth so much today, let's explore its origin. The 1937 penny, part of the famous Lincoln wheat penny series, was minted during a pivotal time in American history. The United States was just coming out of the Great Depression, and every penny counted, literally. At the time, this humble copper penny was used for everyday transactions. But little did people know, a few specific pennies from 1937 would eventually become highly coveted treasures. The Lincoln wheat penny was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins featured Lincoln's profile on the front, designed by Victor D. Brenner, and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. They were minted until 1958, making them one of the most iconic penny designs in U.S. history. But the 1937 penny? That one's particularly special. So, what makes the 1937 penny so valuable? It all comes down to the mint mark. Most 1937 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the respective mint marks P, D, and S. However, collectors are particularly interested in the pennies minted in Denver, as the D mint mark represents one of the rarest versions of the 1937 penny. Due to a combination of low mintage numbers and the particular condition in which these coins have been preserved, the 1937 D mint penny stands out as a treasure in the world of numismatics. Even more fascinating is the fact that some of these rare pennies have minting errors, like doubled dies, repunched mint marks, or planchet defects. These errors can drastically increase the coin's value, as collectors are always on the lookout for unique, one-of-a-kind pieces. In some instances, pennies with significant errors have sold for record-breaking amounts at auctions. Now, onto the part you've been waiting for, the money! In 2023, a pristine, mint-state 1937 Lincoln penny was sold at auction for an incredible $5.1 million. What made this coin so valuable? For one, its condition was near perfect. The penny was graded MS67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, meaning it was almost flawless with exceptional detail and luster. Combine this condition with its rarity and historical significance, and it becomes clear why collectors were willing to pay top dollar. The value of rare coins has been on the rise, with high-end collectors driving prices up. The coin market is heavily influenced by trends, scarcity, and the overall economy. With more collectors entering the scene, especially from online auction platforms, the value of rare coins, like the 1937 penny, could continue to skyrocket. Experts predict that coins with exceptional rarity and historical significance may only increase in value as they become even harder to find. Now you might be wondering, do I have one of these valuable 1937 pennies in my own collection? Here's how you can check. First, look at the bottom of the coin, just below the date, for a mint mark. If you see a small D, that's Denver. Next, examine the condition. Are there scratches, discoloration, or significant wear? The better the condition, the higher the value. Lastly, you can always take your penny to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for a professional evaluation. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, the story of the 1937 1-cent penny is a perfect example of how something so small can be worth so much. From its historical significance to its rare mint mark, this penny has captured the attention of collectors around the world. And who knows, maybe you could be holding a $5.1 million coin in your hands right now. So, next time you find an old penny lying around, don't just toss it aside, take a closer look. It might be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. That's your script for a detailed YouTube video on the 1937 1-cent penny, its historical significance, current market value, and why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. Today, we're diving into the history, value, and hidden gems surrounding one of the most interesting pennies ever minted, the 1936 United States 1-cent penny with a mint mark. This coin is a legend in the numismatic world, and today, it's making headlines for its jaw-dropping value of $5 million on the current market. Yes, you heard that right, $5 million for a single penny. Let's explore what makes this coin so special and why it's worth big money. First, let's travel back in time to 1936. The world was still recovering from the Great Depression, and the US was on the cusp of entering World War II. During this year, pennies were being minted with great precision, but little did the people of that era know that one particular penny would become so valuable in the future. The 1936 penny was part of the Lincoln Wheat penny series, which had been in production since 1909. These coins featured the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, front, and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. However, what sets the 1936 penny apart is the mint mark it carries. Mint marks indicate where the coin was produced, and for the 1936 penny, there were 3 potential locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Today, some of these pennies, particularly the ones with the Denver, D, and San Francisco, S mint marks, have become incredibly rare and valuable. But it's not just rarity that makes these coins worth millions. There are some fascinating errors and varieties tied to the 1936 penny that contribute to its skyrocketing value. Now, you're probably wondering, why would a simple penny from 1936 fetch such a high price? Well, it's all about rarity, condition, and historical significance. One of the most sought-after versions of the 1936 penny is the 1936 double die obverse, DDO. This error occurred during the minting process when the die struck the coin twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect, especially in the letters and numbers on the obverse. These DDO pennies are incredibly rare, and collectors go absolutely wild for them. Another key factor is the mint mark. As mentioned earlier, pennies minted in San Francisco and Denver are scarcer than those from Philadelphia. The rarer the mint mark, the higher the coin's value, especially in high grades, such as MS65 or higher. For a 1936 penny with a mint mark in excellent condition, you're looking at potential values reaching up to $5 million in some private auctions and collector circles. But remember, it's not just about having a 1936 penny, it's about the condition and whether it possesses unique errors or varieties, like the double die error, that make it a gold mine. Over the past few decades, the 1936 penny has seen its value soar, thanks to an increased demand for rare coins. As more collectors and investors enter the market, the price of high-grade coins, especially those with special mint marks or errors, has shot through the roof. In 2024, a 1936D or S penny in pristine condition can be valued at anywhere between $1 million and $5 million, depending on its features, grade, and demand at auction. Some of these coins are even showcased in major coin exhibitions or private collections, increasing their mystique and value. Coins that were once considered everyday change are now prized possessions worth more than most houses. So, how do you know if the 1936 penny you have is the one worth millions? Here's a quick checklist check below the date. If you see a D, Denver, or S, San Francisco, mint mark, your coin just got a lot more interesting. Look closely for the double die error. The doubling will be most noticeable on the date and the word Liberty. Coins graded MS65 or higher are the most valuable. If your coin is shiny, free from scratches, and has a strong strike, it may be worth getting professionally graded. If your penny meets the criteria above, consider sending it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will help determine the value. If you're a coin collector or thinking of starting, here are some tips to help you find or sell a 1936 penny. Attend coin shows or auctions where rare coins are bought and sold. These events often feature high-grade pennies, and you may come across a rare 1936 mint mark penny. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are excellent places to search for 1936 pennies. However, be sure to do your research and verify the coin's authenticity before purchasing. If you own a high-grade or rare 1936 penny, consider auctioning it at a reputable site or through a private sale with a numismatic expert. Auctions are where the big bucks are made, and your penny could be the next $5 million coin. So, there you have it. The 1936 1-cent penny with a mint mark, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth up to $5 million in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this penny is a reminder that treasure can be hiding right under our noses. Make sure to check your coin collections, visit your local coin shops, and keep an eye out for that special 1936 penny. It could change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more incredible coin stories. Have you ever come across a rare penny? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Today, what if I told you that a single penny from 1935 could be worth a jaw-dropping $4.9 million? You heard that right. 1 cent, nearly $5 million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history, rarity, and current market value of the legendary 1935 United States 1-cent penny with a mint mark, and why it's making waves in the numismatic world. The story of the 1935 penny begins during a time when the world was slowly recovering from the Great Depression. The U.S. economy was rebuilding, and pennies were more valuable than ever before, not just for their purchasing power but for their role in everyday life. But what makes this particular 1935 penny stand out from millions of others minted that year? Well, it's all about rarity, a key mint mark, and its incredible journey through history. 1935 was a significant year for America. The country was coming out of the worst financial crisis it had ever faced, and coins were being minted across various U.S. mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Among these, the pennies produced in smaller numbers at specific mints, especially those with rare minting errors or unique characteristics, have captured the interest of collectors worldwide. What sets this penny apart? Well, first, let's talk about mint marks. A mint mark is a small letter found on a coin that identifies where it was produced. In 1935, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The most valuable version of the 1935 penny is the one from San Francisco, marked with an S. Why is this important? It turns out, fewer pennies were produced at the San Francisco Mint, and even fewer survived in the pristine condition needed to catch a collector's eye today. Rarity is only part of the equation. The condition of a coin is everything when it comes to its value. A 1935 S penny in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions, can be worth millions. The surfaces of such pennies are pristine, with no scratches or wear. In fact, The finest specimens, graded MS65 or higher, are the ones commanding top dollar. And that brings us to the jaw-dropping market value of this coin today. Are you ready for the big reveal? A perfectly preserved 1935 mint mark penny, in exceptional condition, recently sold for a whopping $4.9 million at auction. That's right, this tiny piece of copper, which was once worth only a penny, is now one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. So, what makes this coin worth so much? Aside from rarity and condition, a coin's history and demand play a huge role in determining its market value. The 1935 penny has fascinated collectors for decades due to its historical significance, low mintage numbers, and the allure of minting errors or variations that only surface during close inspection. When these coins make their way to auction, collectors are willing to spend millions to own a piece of history. Now, the burning question: could you possibly have one of these rare 1935 pennies lying around? It's always possible. Many of these valuable coins were once circulated in everyday transactions before being tucked away in old drawers, boxes, or collections. If you're lucky enough to find one, be sure to handle it carefully. Use gloves, avoid touching the surfaces with your fingers, and store it in a protective holder to maintain its condition. If you believe you've found a valuable penny, have it graded by a professional service to assess its worth. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting your journey, the 1935 1-cent penny with an S mint mark is one of the greatest treasures to look out for. Who knew that such a small coin could hold such monumental value? So, keep your eyes peeled, because one day, you might just come across a penny that could change your life, and your bank account, forever. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, valuable finds, and the hidden treasures in your pocket change, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Who knows? The next $1 million coin might be closer than you think. This script blends excitement, education, and history, giving viewers a sense of the importance and value of the 1935 1-cent penny, while encouraging them to engage with your content for more coin-related insights.